Well, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? So, today we're gonna do a unique video again, and this video is regarding negativity in Vedic astrology and how many of you kind of put the X on your own foot when you are trying to interpret your own horoscopes. And boy, talk about negativity. Today on my Facebook page, I made a post on Brahmins, as you see here on the screen, regarding how being a Brahmin is simply someone who wants to learn and gain knowledge. That's it. If you want to do this, you're a Brahmin, because supposedly Brahmin is the highest class in India. And boy, when I made this post, Planet Ignorance came to my Facebook post and dumped all of its population on my post. People were just like, you have no right to insult the Hindu religion. You sit in the isolation of United States and you just always talk negativity about India and Hindu religion. And then I wonder why. They're like, you don't know anything about the Vedas. Only a select few are chosen to be Brahmins. And you know what? You're probably right. I probably know less than 0.1% of the Vedas. But if this is what Vedas is going to teach us, to have a caste system and to only believe in the fact that you are superior than anybody else if you're a Brahman, and you should be born in the family of Brahman to be a Brahman, and only a select few are chosen to even do this. There are astrologers who think that you only have to be a Brahman to practice astrology. In that case, yes, I completely will reject the Vedas. And thank goodness I know only less than 1%. But that's not what Vedas is. People have, these Bible thumpers in US have their own interpretation of the Bible. Bible has 1,000 interpretation by 1,000 different people, depending upon what you want to get out of Bible. Same thing with Bhagavad Gita, the Vedas, whatever Upadesh is out there, it's for you to interpret. Nobody knows the exact meaning and where all of this knowledge came from. I can tell you this, I am an Andromidan. I don't tell that to anybody. I found out 2 years ago, I'm an Andromidan. I'm from the galaxy of Andromeda, and here I am in this consciousness on Earth. 100% of you are probably going to laugh and going to reject this idea how stupid and bullshit this is. And yet, you're willing to argue, some of you, not all of you, you're willing to argue against the fact that there's something called, caste and religion, and we need to follow a certain system, and you should be this, and this. I can laugh at you, so we both might as well just leave right now and go back to our houses. But, it's you just have to think logically when trying to argue about these things, these nonsensical things. And these are the people who are your PhD doctors and project managers in IT companies, having such a narrow-minded view on discrimination. They're like wanting me to support discrimination. And that's when I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, did I just insult your views of your religion? Did I just insult your views on discriminating other people based on their caste? And this is why you'll get to learn a lot about me when a magazine comes out. One thing I'll tell you right now is that Kapiel Raaj is not religious at all. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in my own religion. I simply take Hinduism as a philosophy and open source knowledge. And anything more than that, I do not believe in. Okay. However, we're going to go towards a different approach today. We're going to leave this bile behind. And today we're going to talk about the negativity in astrology. And what do I mean by that is that anytime you guys get a report, like if you need an astrology report, check this link and my books here, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light. But the reason why I'm making this particular video is that anytime you get a report on astrology, every day you can see it on my Facebook post, in my emails, obviously, where people are like, Kapiel, I have this yoga and this yoga. Am I going to be penniless? Am I going to be begging people for money? Am I going to be childless? Am I going to die before this age? And obviously this is not in my report, because in my report I exclude all of this garbage. I only give you the stuff you need to know, and especially the positive yogas in your horoscope. But I don't give you interpretation of planets, I don't give you interpretation of yoga, and exactly for this reason. There are planetary combinations that you'll see that if you have Saturn in the 9th house, you'll be devoid of any higher learning, you'll be rejected from your community, you'll be insulted by your gurus. These are the positions that are automatically printed in your PDF report when you go to an astrological website to get this report. And sadly, some astrologers, not all, actually follow these yogas. They will read them and they will tell you that in-person consultation. Man, the reason I'm making this video, I used to be like you back in the days at 23, 24, reading these yogas of myself. Oh my goodness, you're gonna die before the age of 24. You're gonna be homeless and before you hit the age of 28. You're never gonna be successful. You're never gonna make any money more than this, and this. And that's psychologically impacting me. I'm like, oh my goodness, I guess I don't have any Dhan yogas. I don't have any Raj yogas. I don't have any Raj yogas that will do this to me because this thing is happening. Okay? So I want to clear this up to you through giving you a very powerful example. I'm going to, where is my phone? I'm going to give you a yogas of a horoscope of this man who's known as the wealthiest person in the world, Bill Gates. Okay, so let's look at some of his yogas that I got from a computerized PDF report, just even from my own software, which I included it purposely for this particular thing. So looking at this, okay, so Bill Gates has something called Supa Sutrashaya Yoga. And what this yoga says is that because he has debilitated sun in the 5th house, the person will suffer the premature death of his children and will be devoid of any children. 1 point. Then there is a yoga called Mrityu Swa Yoga. Mrityu Swa Yoga Bill Gates has, which shows that the mother of the person dies very early in the stages. Okay. Then there's a yoga called Mrityugami Yoga. So Bill Gates has Mrityugami Yoga. The person will commit adultery with his own mother. The person will commit adultery with his own mother with this yoga. Then he has Mrityu Sutravaya Yoga. The person will dislike or hate his own mother. And if you have seen biography of Bill Gates, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So true, so true. Then he has something called Kemdrum Yoga, meaning there's no planets in 12th or 2nd from the moon. He'll be devoid of any health, good health, wealth, will be penniless, will beg in his youth for food and supply from others and his relatives. Then he has Paramdra Pujanya Yoga. What does this yoga do to Bill Gates? The person will depend upon others for food supplies and many eat defective. Okay, it's got cut off in my cell phone, but that's one of his yoga. Bill Gates also has Kapta Yoga. Now this is so accurate. The person will become wait, I hate this phone. Okay, sorry, I apologize. My phone got cut off with this yoga. Well, we'll just move to the next yoga that is visible. He has Upadracharya Yoga. Bill Gates has Upadracharya Yoga. That means the person with this yoga will get reduced great positive effects of his planets, and will be sickly, will be a servant, will be destructive, and of a wicked deposition. Then we can go to, and then this is a great one. Bill Gates has Nala Yoga. Nala Yoga, one will be born with a defective limb, will be very clever, will have wealth, good to look at, will be penniless, and there is a tendency to seek opportunities from one's wife. The person will be disappointed and will be rejected by his co-workers. So that's another yoga of Bill Gates. I can just keep going, man. Okay, now I already talked about came through yoga. So there's like 50 of these yogas. There were 4 pages. I just took a snapshot of like 2 pages. There's all these yogas I was reading and just laughing. Because we can see who Bill Gates is and what he has achieved. Nothing of the sort that the yoga said has come true for Bill Gates. Now imagine if Bill Gates read this when he was 15, when he was in an adolescence, when his mind was still developing and was observing and soaking everything in. He would have probably been depressed, never would write a single line of coding to become who he is today. And this is why I'm showing you to escape from this nonsense. So it doesn't matter. I read some of the most dreadful yogas of my life that were supposed to come true by the age of 25 because I saw that in the report. Not a single one came true. This is why stop looking at your planetary placements, saying that debilitated sun in the 12th house, the person will die prematurely, because this is what this report will say. And if you do not know anything about astrology, and if you think astrology is whatever is written in the computerized form, you'll probably will commit suicide and die early, because your brain is now not able to function because you just read something about your horoscope, because of the fact it's Vedic astrology, is supposed to be the most accurate science in the world. But when you look at these things from a perspective of computer, that's where you will fail. And this is why I always exclude these things from my horoscope. I only tell you to look at what your planetary placements are, go to my YouTube page, go to my books, and then see the meaning of these things in 2014. You have to reject many of these yogas. And you have to kind of interpret these yogas in a different way. It said, one of my yogas was that I will die at the age of 24. What happened to me at the age of 24 is that I did die. The old couple died and the new couple was now obsessed about astrology. Astrology kind of was just taking over. I was making movies and all that, but it was just suddenly started brewing. It was a birth of a new couple. So now I take that yoga as that. Instead of me thinking at the age of 23, oh my goodness, I'm going to die at the age of 24, but to stop interpreting your horoscope in such a premature way, because it could be very dangerous for you to look at your chart through an eye of a computer, eye of a CPU, without any human interpretation involved and human brain involved in this process. Okay. So guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to get your true astrological report where you will be excluded of this nonsensical things, for that check out the links here and check out my report, including all my options. Otherwise, we'll see you Monday from 11th Lord in the 1st house. Bye-bye.